think you have to fail in order to grow.
It was just like, we can't just give up now. And we took our failures and we said, that doesn't define us.
If you could give one piece of advice for entrepreneurs that are either burnout or afraid to pull the trigger, what would you give them? Hey, this is Alison, jumping into yet another I Can conversation. This time it's with Melinda and Michon, where they were at the brink of complete frustration and wanting to walk away and quitting everything, to turning the corner and building a business that has hit almost $500,000 in sales. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about pulling back the curtain, showing you some of the raw stuff on how they were able to know that they were supposed to move forward, how to push back the fear of the failure that they had or thought they'd had, and move forward into success. This episode is loaded with so much good stuff. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that social stuff. And then at the end, they've actually got an amazing offer for you to be able to experience their brand after you get to take notes on how they have built their business. Well, let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday's Facebook Live. I am super excited to be here because we have Michon and Melinda on today, and their story, we're going to dive into it really quickly, but they've also got something for you, something so special for you. And you guys know the rules on these Facebook Lives. You have to leave a comment down below and it will all be laid out for you. But before we get started onto that, who wants to start and tell a little bit of your backstory?
I'll start.
Okay.
I'm Michon, and I guess it started about 10 years ago. I was out of college. I had an amazing job. I was a corporate marketing director. So I had all these markets. I travel a lot. It's so fun. And then I had my first baby, and that changed a lot of things. I was like, how can I work, 80 hours a week and be a new mom and take care of her and travel? And it was overwhelming. And my husband at the time owned his own business, and he had a screen printing company. And after I got off work, I drove up because he would take our baby to work, and I drove up to pick up my baby, and I walked into a dark room and a big box. She was sleeping in a shirt box, and I lost it. I just started crying, and I thought, this isn't what my life's supposed to be like. My baby sleeping in a box of shirts. I mean, she was safe, but it really disturbed me. I was like, I'm working so hard, and here's my baby sleeping, and my husband's working, And I thought, okay, we have to change something. And so that was kind of my point, that I was like, hey, I've got to do my own thing. And then Melinda, you want to say where you were at that time?
Yeah, so at that point, I was working too, and I was a marketing coordinator, and I worked a lot. I think I worked 80 hours a week. And it was insane. And I had absolutely no life. I'd go to work at like 6:30 to 7, and I'd get home at like 9:30. It was crazy. So anyways, one night, Michon and I just got talking, and we started out on a venture to create our own business. And the one we started doing children's clothing and making shirts, and that's where we started.
Handmade
and that was
shirts?
About 10 years ago.
Like sewing with a sewing machine, handmade shirts?
No, just getting the patterns and finding manufacturers.
Okay, good. I was like, whoa, I don't know this story.
No, we didn't sew them. We just got the designs and found the manufacturer and came up with a sizing chart, which was good. It was hard, but they turned out really well.
Okay, so what happened with that business?
Okay, so with that business, we did have an online website, but we didn't understand the power of e-commerce. And so at that time, we were going to show, expo to expo, traveling, pulling our kids around, setting up these booths that were just like, pull out your hair. So we didn't really utilize online. We didn't sit home and make money in our pajamas. We were actually out pounding the pavement, begging people to try our shirts. And once moms did try them, they loved them. They were made out of organic cotton, super soft, washed really well, but we didn't use online to get any of our customers, which we wish we knew you 10 years ago. But, you know, a lot of lessons learned. We also made some hats and some bows and accessories, and we started growing. And then our organic cotton factory in India just went out of business overnight. We had a huge order into them with a lot of money on the line, and they just shut down. And so we were stuck with this huge debt, and we were really burned out going to expo and show to show, and we just kind of gave up. We just kind of got in a dark place where we're like, you know, we don't have any money, we have creditors calling us, we didn't really know where to go. And so then that's when Melinda saw, you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, we had branched out too and done some, we had added other products in, like Michon said. And we were done. Michon lived in Hawaii, I lived in St. George. It was hard. It was hard to do things. But then I saw your ad on Facebook and we watched your live, and it really changed everything for us. So thank you.
Okay, but let's unpack that a little bit. So I'm just a mouth talking, right? What was it? Like, you're burnout, and I've been burnout too. Oh, we know that feeling very well. But you guys, you have, in technical words, that would be some people would consider that a fail, and they would shelve it and say, I'm never going to do anything else again. No way. What was it that made you believe in you again and know that you could actually do this? I know it's kind of a loaded question, because in my world, I see that you guys, like, what's considered a fail is actually really the thing that you were supposed to do to get you to success. So for me, I just think it was a learning experience, right? But how did you guys make that transition of, okay, this isn't a failure, this is a learning experience, and now we're going to move on? What brought you out of that that burnout stage?
I would say at the time we did feel like failures. I mean, it was, you know, it's hard to like try to build something and it's not going the way you want. And I know we wanted to quit a lot of times. And I remember when I watched your ad, it was like I think it was like a Friday night. And I knew who you were. Like, I knew that you know, the things that you had done. Pick your plum, how does she? And I called Michon and I was like, we have to do this. Sorry, I'm like getting emotional. We have to do this. I'm like, and I mean, it was like, at the point, it was a lot of money for us at that time to sign up. But I'm like, I mean, we don't know Alison, but we know what she does is gold. Like, you've taken these businesses and just grown them. And so, you know, we're just like, we're going to do it. We're going to do the monthly payment plan. Like, we're going to make this work. And now looking back, like, I guess we've realized, like, I think you have to fail in order to grow, even though it's hard. It is so hard.
That just gave me the chills. I love that you said that.
Yeah, and I think too, with that is we tasted a little bit of success, you know, and our hard work was paying off, but you know, things happen. We made some mistakes, things happen, and we knew we could taste it, you know, we were so close. And then it was just like, we can't just give up now. You know, we put all this blood, sweat, and tears into this. We got to take what we learned and, you know, our failures and make it better. And so to me, I still had that burning desire to have success, to have like a bank account full of money, to have no creditors. You know, that was a big thing. It's like, how are we going to get out of this debt that we're in, that we just lost? I mean, I don't even want to say how much money we had on the line, because you would cry for us. But it was crazy, you know, and we thought, you know what? We know how to make money. We just have to but there was a dark period of time where we just like closed down, you know, we're just like, we're done. And then we saw you, we started to be like, hey, we got to get back in our mindset on what we know we can achieve. And then we just started again, and we took our failures and we said, that doesn't define us, you know? And so glad that we did, because I would hate to see where we would be at this point.
So the first time you guys really stood out in my mind is I get this random, it was It was an email that says, "Hey, Alison, we almost quit and we wanted to give up and walk away. And just so you know, we actually just hit our first 6 figures." And I was like, who are these rock stars? And for you, like looking back at your journey and knowing that that was just your starting point, I have huge props for you guys because you actually did something about it. You actually moved forward. You said, I'm going to take this as a learning experience, and dang it, we're going to go taste that success. You didn't have another option and you made it happen. I love that. Okay. So, do you guys want to talk about a little bit about what your store does now? So we know the old store.
Sure.
What do you currently do now?
Well, our focus is, so when we started your course, we started just selling trending products. We're trying to figure out, we really want our brand because we tried that before and we weren't successful, but we just wanted to taste, having our own brand, having something that we've created that we can go out and market and sell. And so it took us a while. We tried different products, some failed, some were good. It was just like a kind of a test, and we didn't give up. We just kept going, and I told Melinda, we will know what our product is when we will know. We don't have to sit and try to brainstorm something up. And pillows, it just came to us, and we were like, we are going to design amazing pillow covers. And we both had a closet full of pillows that are just for seasonal, and we're like, look at all this space. My husband's like, we have a whole hall closet full of pillows for Valentine's, for Christmas. He's like, it's so many. So we wanted to design something that you could just use as a cover and switch it out, and then you can just fold it up and put it, the space savings. We wanted something artistic because we didn't want like clip art or anything. We wanted something really unique that was artistic and one of a kind. And so that's when we took a leap of faith. We took all the money that we had earned from selling trending products, and we were like, we are going to buy 3,000 pillow covers.
Oh, you went straight to 3,000?
Yeah. I wouldn't encourage that, probably looking back, but we were just like, we're going to do this.
And we got them the 2 days before Thanksgiving for Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah. So which we learned not to do.
But it worked for you guys. It worked for you guys. Sometimes you have to break the rules as entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah. I just felt like we just had to do it. We just had to do it. We had to prove to ourselves. So we found an amazing artist, a watercolor artist that we work directly with, and we'll sketch up because we're not artists, but we can sketch like what our vision is, and then we can work with her, and then she just brings it to life. And so we did that, and we launched a Christmas collection, like Melinda said, just a couple days before Thanksgiving, 3,000 pillow covers. And I thought, oh my goodness, we have got to sell these or we're going to be not in a good place again. And we sold every single pillow cover except a handful of one design that we no longer carry.
Good.
But it was amazing. We were like, holy cow, we just sold 3,000 pillow covers in a month right before Christmas. Right before Christmas. And so we knew we had something then, and we were just like, we just kept going. So then we started designing Valentine's, and then we moved, to the next holiday. We just kept going. So that was end of 2017, and last year, the end of 2018, that's when we felt secure enough. We'd gotten feedback about our covers, and we launched into wholesale so that now, they can be carried in stores. And we just we're just over 300 wholesale accounts today.
Oh my goodness.
And so it's super exciting. It's awesome when the stores will tag us in their pictures in their cutest shops. We're like, I love your shop, and our pillows are there. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I brought some out just so
good
you can see. So this is one of our Halloween. It's watercolor, as you can see. what we did was we sourced like this super soft fabric. It's super soft. It's a polyester blend, so it washes so well. You can iron this, like if you reverse it out, so it's really durable, but it's super soft. When people touch our pillows, they're like, they have to touch it a few times because they're like, what is this, you know? My kids love to sleep on them. I'm like, no, that's a decor, but anyway, they like to lay on them. And we did all of them with a zipper closure. And then our label and stuff is inside with the directions. And we made them so that our square pillows fit 2 inserts, an 18 by 18 or 20 by 20. So we gave it a little extra room so you could use them for either insert. And then real quick, I have another size. We have another size right now. It's kind of like the oblong. And it's same thing. We made them to fit 12 by 18 or 12 by 20. So they've been super fun. Just kind of some examples that we've done.
I have some on my couch right there.
Oh yeah, you still
July ones? They're right there.
Awesome. I just switched mine out because I wanted. We just launched a new fall line and we sold out. We're already sold out of a bunch of designs that I wanted. So I'm like, dang it. So that's why I just put back on my Halloween that I had from last year. But I just barely switched them out.
You know what? Here in Puerto Rico, it's hot all year long, so I just feel like it's summer all year long. So 4th of July is staying up all year.
I'll have to get you some new ones.
Okay, so one thing I actually heard Megan Pyra, another gal, you guys know her, she said a quote a couple days ago that just, you guys fit into this. She has big dreams, so she has to take big actions. You guys did that. You guys said, we're going to have success and we're going to take big action. You felt it in your gut. You felt it in your heart. You felt it in your, like everything lined up for you guys to move forward. And can you imagine if you like just talked yourself out of it, like where you'd be today?
No, I wouldn't want to know.
I love that you went forward with that gut feeling and just said, you know what, we're going to buy 3,000 pillowcases. And then you sell out in what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, like about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay, so would you guys mind sharing your numbers? So you went from, and you can tell me no.
Sure.
Okay, I thought you said yes on this. So you went from 0, actually negative.
Very negative. Yeah.
Very negative. And
yeah,
then
negative.
Where are your sales at currently?
We are just closing in at $450,000 in sales.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, and we're debt free as a company, which is huge because we started out
Negative.
in major debt.
I bet you're like, fill my closet with pillows. Go for it. Okay, so $500,000, you guys. You're almost at $500,000. You almost walked away. Well, you didn't because you had that drive in you, but aren't you so glad? Don't you wish you could go back to the younger version of you and just say, just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You got this. You got this. Good things, like huge things are coming up in your future. Okay, so now I know you guys are sisters. Talk about who runs the front end and the back end, like your roles in this business.
Okay. It's kind of challenging. Well, we had to kind of figure it out because we're sisters, but we also live in 2 different states. I'm in Florida currently. She's in Utah. So we've had to kind of learn, you know, how our roles work. Because when I was in Utah, it was a lot easier. But we've learned, number one, we have to hire people to help us to ship because there were days and nights that we were up shipping till 2, 3 a.m. trying to get our orders out for holiday, and we're like, why didn't we hire someone?
I'm so
or
glad.
have somebody come help us. So we learned a lot there. So Melinda, right now, our facility, we have an office in Utah that she manages, and we have people that come in and help ship and inventory. And so she does a lot of that inventory control. I do a lot of the online, the marketing, working with our artists, designing, and so we just kind of, and then fill in the gaps of where else we need. But she's got like the actual product and the employees going on there, and then I've got the marketing and online e-commerce stuff going on here, if that makes sense. And then we kind of just fill in our other gaps together.
Okay, so how many kids do you each have? And then about how much time do you put in on this business?
We each have 2 kids, and we put in quite a bit of time. We were just discussing, like, we need to have some more power hours and kind of get some things wrinkled out, because we're like, there's 2 of us. So, I mean, when we're working each 3 hours a day, that's like 6 hours on the business, which is awesome. So I don't know, I would say we're working on it anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
my eyes just exploding. Like, you guys investing in you is allowing you to make $500,000 working part-time. You're not putting in 80 hours a week, right?
No.
No, not like we used to.
Right? You know
Yeah.
that route. You know that route.
And it's not good.
No, and they set your salary, and you guys get to set your salary. You guys get to say, this is how much we make. Now, there are costs involved, of course, your product, your shipping, all that kind of stuff. That's just part of the name of the game. Okay, so what's on the agenda? What's your next move with your business?
Well, we are moving into 4th quarter right now. We already launched all of our holiday in advance. We learned, not to do it a week before December. So we've already, like I said, sold out of designs, which we already have the same designs coming in, which will be here in another week. So we're already stocking up again. And we have already just moved on to more designs. We have made a year-round collection. We'll be launching it on our website within the week. We just got a shipment of those, so we're excited. We're not just a holiday pillow cover company anymore. And we're also working with our manufacturer right now to create bigger pillow covers and some more different designs. It's not going to be based on fabrics like the pom-pom pillows. We've got oversized pillows we're getting developed. So we're just moving, as our customers are demanding different styles, and we're ready just to keep developing more pillows to make everybody's couches happy.
Good, I love that.
Yeah, so we're really excited. We have some new things coming out for the new year that we've never done before, but we've got a lot of positive feedback on our designs, what we've done, and so we're going to pull the trigger again and order another big chunk of pillows. So
good. Okay, so now you guys have something special for everybody that's watching, but before we announce that, if you could give one piece of advice for entrepreneurs that are either burnout or afraid to pull the trigger, they have big dreams, but they're just afraid to take that step, either small or big, what would you give them? What advice would you give them?
I would say don't ever give up. I know that's like something you hear all the time, but it has so much truth to it, because there are times you want to give up. And you know what? If you've already given up, it's okay. You can start again. Because we're at a point where we'd given up for a good year, and just like wallowed in our sorrow. And looking back, I wish we would have said, we're not giving up. We've got this. Everybody has bumps in the road. But if you feel like you've already given up, don't give up hope. Like, just keep working on it. If you feel like you don't have time, make time. We felt that way too. We're like, we don't have time to grow another business. We don't have time to do this. And you know what? We made time. And so glad we did, because now we have a flexible schedule. We work part-time, we can travel, we can be with our families. And if we had given up, I would hate to see where we might be back in the corporate 80 hours a week, not seeing our families and not achieving our dreams. And our dream is to help others and to, share our story. And we want others to feel like they can do it too. And so I don't know. That's what I would say is just don't give up. Even if you have given up, take that out of your mind and keep going because it's just right around the corner.
That was perfect. That was so perfect. All right.
I mean, I would just add to that, like, basically the same thing, like, don't ever quit. I remember right after we watched your course, you know, when we were like, let's join or not, that's when we said, like, either we do it or we're done. Like, we give it one more go or we just call it quits right now. And so we're like, okay, one more time, we can do it one more time. So yeah, I mean, we did have a period where we did kind of quit and level out, but then we're like, nope, we're not done. And I don't know, it's just like this. Some days I wonder where it comes from, but yeah, we just kept going and we keep going because it never ends.
Good. And on my end, I'm so grateful that I got to hear your journey and listen to just your success story. Like it makes me so happy. So, you know, I'm going to be cheering for you over and over and over again. Fourth quarter, so glad you got shipping off your plate. You're not staying up till 2 a.m. I'll fly to your houses and be like, go to bed.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to tell everybody what the special package that you put together for them? And to get this, guys, all you have to do is leave a comment down below and it will come into your Facebook Messenger.
We have done a 40% off coupon for our whole website. 40% off your total order.
Huge. That's so big.
So you can pick what you want and experience our pillows.
Love it. Well, thanks for sharing your journey. For those of you that are watching, you felt their journey, you felt their story. Now go experience their brand because it is amazing. Thanks you guys for coming on. I really appreciate you both. Oh, that was such a fun episode talking to those two. Oh, they fill my heart because they did take big action and are getting big results from it. Now, if you're interested in starting your business or you're ready to take it to the next level, I specialize in e-commerce. This is where I have been for the past almost 10 years in the online space of selling physical products online. If you are afraid because you don't know what to sell, if you are nervous because you think you have to come up with this Shark Tank idea, let me help you. I actually helped my daughters do the same process by uncomplicating it. And they were able to make their first 6 figures when they were in junior high and elementary. So all you have to do is click the link down below so that you can find out more on how you can start your own brand new or already ready brag-worthy online store. Click the link below and I'll see you on the inside.